Welcome back to the show. Apologies, the match was supposed to start 15 minutes ago. However, Gambit held things up by asking for server location changes. Now, considering their previous match finished half an hour early, they had plenty of time to do this, but I do understand that they'll be penalized accordingly for starting late. In the meantime, we just got a delivery from YouTube. What's in the box? I don't know. Hopefully it's not a dead horse's head. Let me see. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
YouTube Mafia.
Oh, this is actually painful. Okay, there's a long letter here from Susan, the CEO. I can't pronounce her last name. Thank you, Susan. I'm sure you wrote it yourself. Ooh, it's in plastic. Dun, dun, dun.
Do you want me to open this for you?
No.
Because your wrists are... Your arms
Oh, man, where's the glass at, man? You're not giving us glass as plastic, but look. Congratulations on passing 100,000 subscribers. Hey!
Hey!
But listen. It's plastic now.
Do you want to put it on here?
Can I see?
I'm a man of quality. The thing is shiny, though. It's nice.
It looks good.
Where do we put it?
That's going to be me one day.
Where do we put it? I reckon I can do that. I think I have...
I have like 80,000 subs.
Oh, really?
Nice.
I have like 12.
I've had like 20 to
we should
25
join forces
the last 4 years.
But I don't.
We'll split the
I don't
plaque.
upload so much. However, I have started trying to upload regularly. With all the CS we're watching, and playing. I just uploaded a video of Apex doing a post-plant smoke on Mirage. What are you doing? Give it back to me. You smudged it. You've put your human oils on it. Can we just go down to watermelon cam? Look at that. Look what he's done to it. He's soiled it. Why have you done that?
From my beard?
From your...
Oh, have you got beard oil? Have you been beard oiling?
Can we get a towel? I need a kitchen towel. I can't believe you've left your DNA on our...
I didn't know that would happen.
Why have you done that?
I didn't think that would happen.
You're a monster. That is disgusting.
Beard
I
oil.
can't believe you've done this.
This is overkill.
But you can't remove like oil with just...
Shut up. Don't make it scientific.
Is it gone?
I could still see some launders in there.
I think it's gone.
You
You're
have to
making
make sure.
this is such a big ordeal, but I think it's over. You know that's gone.
Can't believe you saw it. Do you know what it's like? It's like when you get something new and someone else takes it out of the box for you.
Actually.
Oh God, where's it gone?
I can still see something.
Essence of launders.
Yeah, you got it.
Can we get a new one, YouTube?
I'll put it back on later.
Can we get a new one, please? This one's been ruined.
That sounds...
We're gonna put it. It's ghetto, isn't it? It's ghetto.
Maybe you get the glass when you get 200k or something.
Where do we put it?
What's the next step? Is it 200k or 500k?
I have no idea actually.
We can't use it as a... I mean, here would be kind of cool,
That actually
right?
looks good, yeah.
Or like...
We need a matte version.
Where do we... No, I like the shine. Shine is nice. Just put it here. Okay. We'll find a place for it. Maybe you could put it against that box for now, on your left.
Oh, there you go.
You need to lean it.
Oh, you should
no, you got to
lean
lean it
that.
down. It's not safe like that.
Yeah,
You're going to smash the
Seems
perspex.
unsafe.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah,
because of the reflection.
Because the reflection changed.
That's why I left it front facing.
Where do we...
See?
We need to mount it. They need to mount it. They can mount it somewhere. They can mount it above your head. Like, they can either mount it here. Wait, where's my finger going? There. Or there. Up there.
You can just replace the queen.
There's kind of a lot going on everywhere.
Yeah, I like it though. It's cool.
I like it too. I was saying the other day, it's like, it used to be that at the beginning in the FACEIT League, we had like 50% of the camera was me and you, and then the rest of 50% was just crap on a table.
Yeah.
And so now we've expanded it into the
Crap
studio.
everywhere.
Yeah. It's good. It's good actually. I think it's good.
Sweet.
The
What am I blocking? Nothing. Awesome.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice little...
We need some more
Marvelous.
stuff.
So, where the match at? It is...
what Gambit doing? What's happening here? Because this is a significant delay.
It is supposed to be train. I have a keyboard in the post from Ninjas in Pyjamas, which is arriving today.
Extra 5.
And it has my name on it.
I'm jealous.
Okay, now Gambit's changing a monitor, I'm told.
Okay.
More fines. Oh, they forgot to turn their monitors on. That'll help you lose.
So, yeah, hopefully they sort that out soon. So we're back. It's chat show time, man. So yeah, I just made a video. Apex did a cool thing on Mirage last week, where on the A site, I think he was on a 1 versus 2. So he planted default, and he bounced a smoke grenade off the side of triple, and then jumped onto default, and managed to see Adren, ironically, through the smoke coming out of connector, shot him, then rotated to triple, and I think Mo's the other guy.
Why is that ironic?
Because they're playing now. Maybe not ironic, but relevant.
Oh.
Anyway, I just uploaded that now. I just quickly made a clip of that. And I also have another one of Virtus Pro. Do you remember on Nuke, when they, on the T side, they naded off the squeaky door, and then they double naded towards main,
yeah, 3 nades.
and blew Apex up, ironically,
Yeah, that's
into
really cool.
Oblivion. So I need to edit that though, because I want to put all the nade runs on the screen at the same time, and then show, like, from Apex's perspective, what was going on. So
That's really cool. The full sense of security. There's no window anymore. It's like that main player finally feels like he can be secure, like making that run. No one's going to pop you. But no. And then the 2 nades come out of the door.
yeah, so I'm going to try
nice.
and edit that. Since I can't play Counter-Strike anymore, I will edit some videos. And actually, part of the reason someone said like they don't like how basic the things are, because I don't talk over them or anything like that. I don't think you necessarily need to. I think you understand or you don't. Which is fine.
If you don't know what you're watching, it's probably not helpful.
yeah. But with things like that, I will, because I record it on my Windows, but I edit on my Mac, so I need to go to my Mac.
But
and
maybe if you want your own play button, then maybe a little
Yeah,
commentary.
get my green
to
screen
100K.
going. I'll get there.
I mean, that's the thing though too, like whenever if you become a content creator, like the one thing you have to figure out is how can I do stuff that is actually consistent for me? Because that might be like a level of detail for you that you don't feel like you can keep up with frequency. So then you lose momentum, and then
calling you
you get less
lazy, James.
incentivized to
Could
do
do
it.
it once a week.
It just has to fit into your like lifestyle when you're doing it.
Could do it once a
So-
week, and then the other days do the simpler one. That's why the notes are so good. I actually have a bigger. I have another diary for this. Like when I have to do an analyst spot on E-League, I basically write down every single round because my memory is so bad. So I write like my highlights, but it won't fit into these pages, especially with so many matches a day. So sometimes I struggle, especially on the weekend because it's narrower. But yeah, I keep forgetting to bring it. It's at home. Anyway, here we are. So, a mere 24 minutes late, and Gambit are ready to go on train. Starting on the T side, C's will have full grenades, no P250s for the T side. Seems to offer something towards the B bomb sides. And then head towards A, because the bomb is somewhere between main and Ivy. Dozie's been picked off in the meantime towards Ivy itself. So let's see how this continues. Thank you, Godsent, for your patience, by the way.
Yeah. Indeed. I like, by the way, how when you said I left it at home, you sort of pointed up. Maybe you
Towards Europe.
you from another planet.
In the
James.
direction
Of
of
the
home.
UK.
Just an elevated direction.
5v4, Brolan. Nice off angle. And he managed to sneak into that position fairly late, which is kind of nice. The longer you leave, checking positions, as we see for Gambit, the harder, you kind of have to check everything now. Like, there could be a guy in any corner here. As opposed to, getting there quickly and then understanding that there's only a specific spots they can be in. Now they can just be anywhere. So Brolan is in a nice off angle. Good, fast, responsive setup towards Pop Dog, which allows them to deal with B or A. But the main push will come at Ali. I say main, only 2 players. And one of which, weak player is on teammate. So there it is, element surprise for Brolan, works out. The bomb has been spotted. Gambit can only shoot their way out of this situation. There's no other advantages to be had, and they're doing it. They're now. So they were doing it for only a split second.
And that is why information is everything.
Yes. That was actually a very well played pistol by Godsent. Very well played.
Nice shot too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's rare you see that kind of kill if someone does the strafe tap like that. I think Rain was trying it against Seized earlier on. It's fun to see people doing that, but yeah, you don't often see the kill, so that's cool. Gambit's on the force buy. So Godsent starts on the CT side, so I was hoping to see Godsent T side, watch the phase games, let's rush them, see what happens, but that won't be the case. But that's fine. What isn't fine though is how this round is looking for Godsent at the moment. Dozier would be an important kill. Many players in the red here for Gambit, so maybe Godsent can avoid further damage. Hobbit looking for a flank, and there is a player expecting a flank in Connector, but he'll get his bell rung immediately and Freddy will get finished off.
Godsent's still in a really good position though, as far as the fact that they can kind of get to the B site before the bomb goes down. They've got longer range weapons. Both pretty healthy. There is an incendiary to flashbangs, kits. The thing that can really screw them is Hobbit, I think. You know, he's got a very good flank setup. It doesn't appear like Godsent are really wary of this. Dozier also, they're sort of coming from all kinds of dodgy positions. Oh, Dozier does get caught though, thanks to the pickup of the M4, but Brolin is finally surprised. So that is kind of good. Even though Brolin will die, the information is there with Hampus, and he's been left very weak thanks to Dozier. So let's see if Hampus can find a way out of this situation. Fairly quick, and somehow unable to get even a tag onto Adren, I do believe, and that will be the force buy round being successful. So imagine we see a force here from Godsent. Indeed.
Those are some pretty ludicrous CZ kills in that round.
Yeah.
Oh well. Seems we are delayed.
We are very delayed. Very delayed.
It's going to have some tech issues. It's not a good day for Gambit, is it? They got beaten by FaZe. They had to change servers, had to change monitors, and now their communication server is blown up. That's being restarted. So back to the tin cans in a rope.
I gotta say that as a player, in all the years I've played, I never had a monitor problem. I never had any peripheral problem. Never had a console problem.
I had a peripheral problem. I had a number of keyboards just disconnect during the game. But now I make my own keyboards. 3 on 3. Oh, seized. Trying to pick up a weapon. It will cost him. And Dren out in the open by E-Box. Gets taken down. Too many opponents. Too many enemies. Dozier's rotation may be heard by Hampus. Not really sure from that distance. We'll go back and forth. Some shoulder picking from the CTs, and the force buys may continue.
Okay, I'm going to correct myself. I had one problem one time. When I flew from the UK to San Jose to play at the ESWC Grand Finals, and my mouse, like one of the feet and the other and another foot, like completely ruined. Something happened, I don't know, in transit, and the mouse was ruined. Basically, I couldn't play on it. So that happened. But that's a bit more. I mean, these guys are playing on their home, you know, home or team house setups. So either way, quick HE from Hampus. Almost stands. The Hobbit does know to get out of there. Whenever you get low HP at the beginning of the round, it's usually pretty likely that that player is going to try to HE you. So you've got to be careful of that. And Hobbit will survive.
Gets out of there, it's gonna blow. You see what I did there, guys?
Counter-Strike reference.
And Godsent taking their time. And Hampus with a nice pick. Hampus has been doing actually a very good job so far at Ali. And we'll see C's creeping with the smoke. But this is something they'll be aware of, that this is a possibility. And the setup actually from Godsent on this train yard is actually pretty good. The player in Connected should realize, indeed, that this is a possibility. Ooh, that was really weird. That was really weird.
Yeah, you can't believe he got that kill.
Also, because like it was very clearly a pop flash.
Yeah, why did he turn around?
Yeah. That guy's not going to peek you. Someone else that's for someone else to peek you. And he's like looking for where the flash came from. But that guy's not going to peek you. It's really weird.
That was strange. He might have stayed turned because since the flash was landing in the direction he'd probably want to check.
Yeah.
He had to stay turned anyway.
True.
So maybe that's what he was thinking.
I think Train is a really awesome map for CT scouting because with all the long channels beside the trains, there's minimal correction you need to do if somebody's in that channel, which means you get a lot of headshots on this map with the scout. And who doesn't love a good scout headshot?
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it might be the best map for scouting right now. Well, I think it probably is, yeah. It has to be, right? Is there a more suitable map?
It's got the longest lanes in there straight, just as James is saying.
Channels.
Because one of the things that's really good as well about the movement speed is that there's and one of the things about train is that you can get to cover so quickly. So that's a reason why the CZs are so strong in this map, because you can pop out and easily find cover, and the train's so long but so narrow that repositioning becomes really easy, and the scout just makes that even stronger because of the move speed. Very hard to trap a scouter.
Gambit heading towards Ivy with 3 people. So is the idea to show a lot of presence here? Is the idea for these 3 people to move up the Ivy position? Lots of questions, and we wait the answers. Minute 25, we'll see how long this continues for Gambit. And I think having 3 people Ivy limits what they can really do elsewhere. As you can see, they're just holding the angles for the time being.
Well, probably one person's going to throw their nade set and then leave, and then the other 2 have their, I don't know if the other 2 have smokes right now. Looks like Seized. Yeah, has smoke molly and Doja. Yeah, he's got smoke flash. So one person can throw a nade set, then the other ones can. Then they can leave the 2 to work up by themselves, and they can refresh.
Lots of Q being pressed by Dosia. QQ.
Dosia.
Press the Q. The 4th person is coming to join the fray. The bomb's being collected. It's being sent to the IV position. What can we read from this? Hobbit is lurking outside B, but he's got no grenades. Slowly heading towards Pop. 30 seconds remain now. And it seems they will push for Ivy. These 3 players.
Did Hampus get blocked there by something? I think you wanted to push for that.
Oh boy, that's really dangerous.
Oh my god, that's so dangerous. He does get one though. And that did slow down the tease as well, so maybe it's salvageable. Brolan, indeed, not having as much to worry about, can work that mid-bomb train pretty effectively. And now they've got great coverage. The bomb is down. Hobbit has run out of time.
You have to be very careful about your spam through the smoke. Like, you have to pick when you want to do it. You don't want to make it too obvious, and you don't want to be in a position where you can't leave, because you only have that little bit of space to move from, and they can see your tracers.
There's actually some sort of like small tricks as well you can do about if you want to spam through it, because obviously the reason is they isolate you. They're not commonly going to flash push through the smoke. So if you give it a second with the sound cues, you're going to know that there's 2 locations that they will most likely be going to. They're going to be on the left corner or the right corner, towards Hell or try to attack the guy on the bomb train. So you can actually wait until you know that they're sort of grouping up there, and then you start shooting in that specific spot. And that might be a way to try to do it as well. But that was a bit sort of just very random. So I'm just going to start shooting through here, see if I can get them to shoot at me, so that I can see where their traces are, and hope I don't die first.
Yeah, being the second person to shoot is a big advantage, because they can just see the tracers and shoot back. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage.
Imagine if you couldn't wallbang the ceiling, actually. Because I see a lot of kills when people take the peak and they can't escape. Ooh. 2-man setup, hello. This good up and expects the team main player. Taking some damage here. Gambit are doing a good job from that perspective. But is it enough?
I like the reposition from Hampus. Happy to let these rounds be drawn out. And Broland's in that position, well, he was in that position I spoke about yesterday, where he wants to get that shallow smoke in. So the CT zone recu, there is the shallow smoke for the position Broland was holding. See, it goes, people throw it in that corner, so there's no little gap for the CT to play with. Maybe CT can plant the bomb. 10 seconds. There is a Molotov. Oh, going for the fake, but... Oh no, he might miss his opportunity. Surely it's going to spread and kill him. Surely. No, but the gun will do the job. Just there was a gap just where he was.
Yeah,
Molotov.
It's like a cutout right there. It's actually really, really difficult to properly molly the back of sight without a lineup. If you run from the connector and try to throw it against the wall, it usually won't go deep enough. I think in that situation, the molly spread eventually to the back of default, but not right away.
I like that name. Guy who just won the fastest FACEIT.
Knofed.
What was it?
His name was Confused, but written in a way which all the letters are jumbled up, but he's written it in a way where you could read it as Confused, which I think is quite smart.
Was it just missing vowels or something?
No, he's just swapped letters around.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's confused. See what he's done there? That's pretty smart. It's like that thing, you know, that we only read the first part of the word and the last bit of the word.
You can still put it together.
So you can jumble the rest and we'll just read it the same.
I think we've given away like 100,000 points already today. We've only done 2 of 8 games. That's really cool.
Splash to cash.
Didn't realise it was moving that fast, but there we go.
Big alley push again. Happens has been pretty good in this position. He's still alive. He's got the AWP as well. Twist is dead. And Dozio will take this opportunity to get out. He's going to hunt Hampus. Hampus, do you... Oh, does he sense? Does he know? Oh, that is...
How?
That's a juicy frag, isn't it? It's
Yikes.
a satisfying one. Dozio's been shot into next week. Oh dear.
Narrows the game given away. The B-bomb sites has been opened for business, and now what does Brolan do? In connector position, plays to his left, plays to his right. Is it safe territory for Godsent? It's kind of awkward. Brolan's run to Ivy. The other two are playing around connector, so I guess Brolan's going super wide, but do they want to continue pushing at this point, Godsent? The money's not fantastic, so I think a save would be wide. Brolan continues to harass, and this will slow down the hunt at least for Gambit.
Is there money? Oh, yeah.
Are you going to say something? Is there money? Oh yeah.
I didn't realize
What is
the
the
money was there.
translation to the audience of these words?
I didn't realize the money was out. My mistake.
It's okay.
I recommend speaking in sentences for the sake of our audience. It's highly recommended.
Money, oh yeah, period.
Technically speaking, I might speak in a sentence, but they probably still don't know what I'm saying anyway.
That's true.
But that's because I'm an artist.
Let me just give myself this sweeping exemption. Of
course, of course.
So that there's no double standards.
I can do whatever I want.
But you cannot. But I can. Well, it is some hope for Gambit, some lights. I wonder, you know, if there's, I mean, because you never know exactly how the team feels, but I mean, in the combination with FaZe dominating them, the delays, you know, if there is any level of frustration generally for Gambit, if it's just one of those days. But oh, okay, yeah, it's one of those days. That's gonna feel like a free kill for Seized. Be very disappointed there. You're not gonna get a second chance at that one in this round, and there's 1 minute left. So this is kind of the timing where they've opened it up and they're like, okay, if we get a pick in the first 45 seconds, that's great. But eventually you have to do something if the picking style doesn't work. And so now they're moving towards alley with the bulk of their players. Question is whether Godsent will find a timing in the next 20 seconds to do something before Gambit initiate the push, or if they just want to defend. Hampus is rifling alone at alley, and I recall you being not being too much of a fan of that.
Well, okay, so yeah, part of it was also if you've like done a good job at Ivy, then you can play it less if you feel like you're not going to go there.
Right.
The conditions though that you have other map control to show for it, they don't. They definitely don't. Oh wow. At least they got Hobbit, but
that was one of those rounds straight out Ivy. Godsent gambled with their setup. They left one opening, and that's the opening that Gambit managed to find. Plan on the A side, but still some kills happening for the Godsent side. Hampus will be facing Dozio, who's quite weak, and he does have an advantageous position. Gets the element of surprise going for himself as well. Into the 2v2, this becomes doable. The smoke pressure on the bomb. This will start to draw the Gambit players out of their hidey holes as they must pressure this themselves, not knowing whether there's a hold in the smoke or not. There's some spam. He'll give away the position of the remaining player. Adren is known. They'll try to double him up against, well, just the 1v1 will work.
Job done.
Yeah, nice retake from Godsent.
yeah, they shouldn't have won that round.
That was,
Yeah, they gave the Ivy, they had the inner hit, the inner kill as well. I thought that Godsent would be more than confused because you lose your inner guy and then guys start pouring out Ivy. You're like, wait, what point did this track go wrong? What were they trying to do the whole time? So, very unlucky with retake.
2-2-7 Hasn't been a great day of Counter-Strike for Gambit so far. And it's not looking spectacular at the moment here on Train. There is a buy in tow though for the T side. How aggressive do Godsent want to be? Oh, has Dopplan been spotted? Perhaps not. 2 players make their way out of main. With that smoke down, maybe Dopplan can get into position, but he's been spotted by E-Box, and there he goes. Twist as well.
Big frags, big frags. It's going to be tough for Godsent to defend this, and you can see they're getting pinched on the Train. Freddie B with a double, but it's now a triple for Hampus if he wants to save the round. And he cannot do it. 3 rounds for Gambit. They do lose 3 players, so their money is not all that exemplary. But Godsent are reset entirely, so... Oh, they're going to force up him? Okay.
The adjustment was really strange because even Disco was blind. They didn't see Disco, and then Disco fell off. He didn't hear them running up the middle of... running up Sandwich, and then got off from T-Con late. Like, there was actually a lot of ways that he could have won that, but I think the flashes were just too strong. Too strong.
Newson smoke grenade from Godsent. 3 smokes in tow. Minute 13 o'clock. So there is time for Godsent to clear this utility. Another smoke has been deployed by the CT side. Gambit look to focus on Pop Dog. So, Freddy and Hampus, those are the guys with the grenades.
Frampus.
Frampus, I'll take that. There's Hampus towards B, and Freddy is towards B as well. Okay, it looks like a split of the A site, so those smoke grenades may not come into action after all. But still, it's a Godsent team with 5 CZs, and they've got some pop flashes as well. So this could be dangerous for Gambit. As you can see, Gambit don't have control of the Pop Dog position. So really running the clock down now. C's offering the fake. One of the smokes has been deployed. He's going to make his way through. He is in an awkward spot now behind Sidewalk. He knows he could get flanked here, and he will get flanked. And here comes a push from Gambit.
Yeah, they picked up an AK. If this gets a kill, ooh, that's close. Opportunity now gone. And maybe with that kill, there could be something done. Twist has the AK, gets a very nice... I feel like that was a kill as well, if there was an additional peek, but Mo will get it with the AWP, and the round is shut down. The potholes have been evaded, and a full save is in for Godsent. So Gambit should, at the very least, get to 5 rounds. However, the question is going to be whether they can get beyond that point. Generally, I mean, it looks like they're having a game, at least, as opposed to just being a punching bag against FaCe.
Certainly, like, some of the technical issues and stuff, self-imposed or not, just can be kind of, can break your focus a little bit, put you off your mark, but once you get started, and it seems like they have, it might not matter. If I push down Ivy, C's might have a lot of free ADR.
Get out of there, man. 10 HP, get out of there.
Just go to a wide peak.
A wide swing.
I don't know.
And they lose 2 guns. Yeah, that was bad. He should have just ran.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of the standard fight. I mean, you can't know that he sees all of them there, but so many dots on the radar, I think. If let's say there are 3 people there, or 4 people there, it's very limited what the other 2 people can do if you stick together and just push wherever they're not.
No, I mean,
such as this.
Even if there was 1 though, like why would he fight the guy with 10 HP?
What you say, because maybe he's thinking I have to, we're double peeking, maybe, but you say to your teammate, I can't peek with you.
The op is, he's got the op
as well.
He doesn't even have to do anything.
Yeah.
He's got to leave.
Also,
yeah, just leave, because I'm risk averse and things like that. What do you have to gain?
No, it's just like frag hunt. He just wants to eco frags.
There's no other way to put it. Yeah.
But the thing is that we saw yesterday the exact same bad push also from C's towards bench against an A set pieces where there was no argument for it basically, and it was something that he got bailed out in the first instance because his team just sort of clutched out the round, but the second time you saw how bad it was when it goes as it's supposed to, and he gets nothing both times. So I don't know if he just wants to get in there.
That wasn't the eco though. That was a rifle round.
Yeah, those were like proper gun rounds. But it's like, to me, it's like a similar. Like I just want to get frags because there's no good argument why you're doing this repeatedly.
Yeah, I think the priority there is like so many people on IV, especially after he's been tagged. stay with the team and secure an exit strategy. And on B, you can just be on the other side of the bomb tray. You don't even need to leave the site. Speaking of the bomb's been lost for the time being. Falling down the ramp, and Brian continues to deliver kills on the B bomb site. Barely touched are the Godsent players, and now it's Mo all alone. And again, they gave Godsent extra toys in this round, which gives them extra money for the rounds to come.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem. I think there was a really good example of discipline CS in its most exaggerated point. I think when again we saw Threat and immediately, like initially go to at the very beginning. I think it was the DreamHack Malmo that they won. That sort of error, threat error, where he was, I still believe, calling, and they were very disciplined in the structure. They emphasized saving as much money as possible when it comes to pretty much all spots. They always had spots where they would save and really protect their weapons, and they hold on to their economy. And they would always have like more buy rounds, like two or like 3 more buy rounds than everyone else. And they were able to come back into games because of that very fact. And also they believed in their gun rounds a lot. Now, in Counter-Strike as it is, I definitely think that's not a super efficient approach, just due to the fact that pistols are undeniably very good, and statistically, you know, 4 spies probably gonna win you like 40% of the time the round. So
It's crazy.
but at the same time, there are, you know, it is a bit needless. Like needless stuff like that shouldn't be seen, I think, at the professional level, but they're allowed to have fun too. If that's your idea of fun.
No, not mine.
It did look very, very weird.
I shout at people. If you watch my stream, I'm just shouting at my teammates all the time. I don't let people do stuff like that.
What?
Even if we're like, well, like the pistol thing.
did.
Like even if we're 10-1 up, I still get tilted if people do stupid stuff. It's not okay to.
Practice
It just yeah, exactly. It just enables bad habits. It's just not good for the long term of.
In a pug, I would have peeked wider than seized.
Yeah, I shout to people a lot. And I will never change. I refuse.
Godsent are really just winning the pick battles super hard in the last few rounds. As soon as they got their buy together again. Hamper's still locking down Ali. Gambit struggling with the pick approach. I think an adjustment we might see an adjustment from them to try to play a slow round, get rid of some of the initial economy. Hopefully they can. I would like to see sort of that drop take and then retract out the position, go for the delayed set piece onto the A site, try to burst onto the A yard. I think the picking style is Godsent are doing a really good job there at the moment. It's not been effective for Gambit. Oh, okay, they don't. There's no more chances in this round, in this half. So, but Twist, I mean, we know he's a pretty godlike author. Mo himself, though, Mo has moments which are just so incredible. Mo is really nuts.
He's a nutty author.
He is.
He's a nutter. The man's nuts.
He's a bag of trail mix. Okay, that doesn't sound as good.
No.
No, you're into trail mix?
I love trail
Yeah,
mix.
sure.
I've been consuming trail mix a few of these days. Not too many peanuts. It's a problem when they jam them with peanuts, then they suck. Oh, Dogland.
Clean!
Show us what you can do.
That's so clean.
Nice.
I respect that.
Look at the score across Godsent, just 14, 13, 12, 12, 10.
It's a lot of kills.
It looks really nice. Looks nice. That feels like LAN. Do you know what I mean? Like the first 2 kills, it feels like that responsiveness that you get on LAN somehow.
5 ping.
Yeah.
Where's the server? How do you guys play?
They're probably playing in Sweden. They might be playing in Sweden.
I think it was Sweden, and then Gambit asked for Denmark, and then, or something like that, I don't know.
That's weird.
I guess because they thought the ping would be too advantageous for Godsent. But it's all Nordic, so...
Swedes are always landing.
Yeah, it's always been that way.
The Swedes are always on land.
Yeah. Ooh, come back to that point in a moment. Oh, easy.
Running out of sound effects for these kills.
Give us more, James.
There's Launders for you. There we go. He's got some more in the bag.
Get the Street Fighter 2
I'm
in
empty. I'm empty.
there. Mortal Kombat.
I've got to be honest with you. It's hard with hay fever. It's hard to make sound effects.
I can't do it. I want to see that. You know when like someone gets knocked out.
I could do it. Probably do it better, but
Yeah. You do it really well sometimes. I'm impressed. I don't say it, but I'm impressed.
I'm not doing anything well today.
But I was going to make a point. Oh yeah. So it's the Swedish always being on LAN thing. Back in the old days, like until about 2010 was when anti-lagged netcodes started to appear. But they weren't amazing, but started to appear. It became very commonplace, like 2013 onwards. But before then, the Swedes dominated the internet game because they had the best internet. They were so well connected in Europe, and so they always had lower ping than everyone else. And it makes a huge difference in those old netcodes. Not to take anything away from them, they're still sick as hell, but that's another reason why it produced all the best aimers.
So they're all practicing on LAN.
Yeah, they all, exactly, yeah.
Anti-force spy round for Godsent.
Oh. Okay.
Spam. Fill it. Twist is here to clean up though. Oh, I thought he was going to. I thought Dozy had a nice angle there, but Twist was ready. Roland swiping up, and the numbers continues to dwindle for Gambit, leaving Adrent alone. Maybe gets one kill. There it is. Oh, that's good damage. Adrent always good for it, but it doesn't look good for Gambit in match number 3.
This is, I think on the CT side, like for me, again, I said like this for me, the Fnatic phase. These are a very bad matchup for Gambit from a stylistic perspective. Like it's really amazing individuals, and it can really shut down Gambit sometimes and make them struggle. And I think Godsent, in some senses, are just the very same. Just a lot of really solid individual players, Swedish players no less. So that puggy style with individual skills, like they can do that very effectively. And I do wonder if Godsent will find a similar identity to Fnatic as time goes on, in how they play that sort of style, but in like a the way that makes Fnatic so unique is that they found like a way to do that in a professional setting that works, which is really cool.
And their personalities really shine. So I think it's just everybody needs to find their like personality.
Yeah.
And be able to play that way all the time, no matter who they're playing and everything. Definitely doesn't seem like confidence is a problem.
Yes.
Just style.
And they have a lot of really good tools. The only thing I don't really know too much about really is the in-game leadership of the team. But from an individual perspective, they have all the diversity you need to have all the options. And the Hampush just crawling out there with the smokes, finding a very quick pop onto Mo. What else can he do? He's going to create some space, he's going to create some distraction, and his teammates, it looked like they wanted to help him out if he was going to get another frag there because he was so deep, but committing to winner now. And Gambit have a good setup for this. I like this. It's a retake-based setup. They prioritize keeping the T's away from connector so they can control the flow of connector, so they can get their teammates on rotation out of there. Nice frag from Dozy as they make their way in. Return from Twist, however, and Godsent doing the damage again, winning these 1v1s.
The double molly.
Ooh, Hobbit needed the second kill there. Will they have a read as to where he might be? It seems they will have exactly an idea of where he's coming from. Fast double peek from Godsent, and that is round number 14, leaving Gambit in a position where 5-14, do you force buy with 3200, or do you fall by the next round and win all the rounds?
I think 2 force buys if I were in their shoes.
Shoes that they were in.
They're so far behind. It's so you really want to win this round if you can find a way to do it.
One thing Fletcher told me about Swedish teams, he said that they have an easier time getting along too because of the nature of like how they are with each other. They're just like more passive aggressive than anything else. So
Swedish demeanor.
If something goes wrong, they don't really bring it up. They'll just deal with it and then
just like make like passive aggressive statements but not do anything about it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's like a pseudo competitive attitude though, right? To not just bring stuff up right away all the time. That's why ECS failed.
I always found out that I played a lot with a lot of Swedish players when I used to play a lot more, and I always found out that that region that they were more chilled out than everybody else. And because also the expectation for Swedish players is so high, like if someone's good, they don't really get as much of an ego. But that might just be a generalization.
Nice from Twist. Yeah, it's a weird thing because like I end up constantly criticizing, well, not criticizing my teammates. I try and tell them what they should do after the fact, but sometimes you just get so frustrated and you get the criticism on, and then it's not good for anyone. 30 seconds remain for Broland. Oh, he knew somebody was up there. Dozier in the red, still peeking. And now it's Seized with 4 HP. Has he been spotted? Oh, the reload might get punished. Perfect timing from Seized. Free kill for him. And the force buy works for Gambit.
I feel like if you watch, we watched a few Gambit games recently. I've seen Dozier go up there quite in a lot of spots, actually, in CT Sky. I don't know if that's knowledge that he had or if he heard something, which I think he may have done, because there was a jump, I think, from Dozier, but yeah.
You know, that's another interesting thing maybe to look at is like, where do people end up if you leave a site open for 30 seconds? They don't
Nigeria.
know where you are. Huh?
Sorry, what? Where do they end up if you what?
Like
leave a site open for 30 seconds?
Yeah, like in that situation, like where you know how people slowly move into like a more and more safe spot eventually as the round progresses.
Well,
if you don't know where someone is.
If you don't show any pressure. Or,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that is interesting. That is cool. Yeah, habits like that are really cool. Well,
the QQ.
Oh my god.
Hampers, man. This team. Yo. They're all so individually skilled. It's awesome to watch.
It's funny because I think we all press Q sometimes.
Yeah.
But you still have to say that you can't be pressing Q like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, they just got beasted by FaZe, and now they've been like, guys, we can do it against Godsent. But actually, like, Godsent again, they are that kryptonite, just like a bunch of individual ballers.
That's why I unbound it. That's why I unbound the quick switch. Cause I didn't realize I didn't need it until I unbound it, and then I didn't realize it was like no problem at all to not have it. And it was just a way for me to button check, because I would just go 1-3, and then I would press Q just to check or something. Or 1-4.
Do you snipe much?
Sure, yeah.
So, because for me, like the QQ is fairly important when you snipe. So what do you do?
1-3.
Yeah. So for me, I don't want to move my fingers so much off the WASD.
I got spider fingers.
Change the bites.
My fingers are just long enough that I don't have to move my hand at all.
I mean, my fingers are going to be bigger than your fingers.
Probably not. I think
it's about the same size.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the same size. So, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's just personal preference then.
Yeah.
Mohan and I just touched hands.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Your hands are warm.
Now we're friends.
Your hands are really warm.
I think it's a good thing, right?
I don't keep heat so well. So I have to wear a thicker wetsuit even when it's warm in the Caribbean. You know why? It's because I have a massive head, that's why.
That's why
I don't
you
know if
lose
it's related
heat.
to your like lung capacity, like your breathing.
I mean, I get cold hands when I play all the time. I keep my AC on really high.
Cold hands is the worst. Sweaty hands is also the worst.
My hands don't sweat, so I don't know.
You don't have any sweat glands, that'd be amazing. Got a study, put you in a lab.
Well, I've had friends that like where you've used their controller or traded or whatever, and their hands just sweat so much.
Guys.
Gambit staying in this for the time being. Mo with the opening frag. Hobbit is in for a nasty surprise. Really expect the second player. Hampus, can he punish? Maybe waiting for the reload. No reload just yet. He's creeping out, and there it is. There is another player close in a Dren, but he moves to the back trains. That will be a problem for the CT side. Seized, taken out elsewhere. Those who are forced into an aggressive position around B with the UMP, and I think he's being waited for by Toplan. How does he get that kill? I have no idea, but that is a crucial frag for Gambit. That leaves Freddy B in a nasty situation. He's got a bomb, but he has no help from his teammates. Not now.
Godsent surely must have pretty decent bank as well, I'd imagine. So, shouldn't be worrying too much about that. Gambit can play the safest spot as possible. Freddy B, dangerous again with the aim, but
oh, what
wow.
a name!
That is
that was
nuts.
like 45 damage. That was perfect.
Damn.
Where the money at? Show me the money.
Ah, their money was actually terrible. All right, so one need a full save. I guess I mean, if I was calling this round, I'd just like, guys, just run and die. I can't be asked for this round. just run out into inner or something, try to get a bomb plant. So like, as I say, it's like buy a flash or two, try to get a nice pop flash into inner, just get the bomb down and then die. Also just generally just due to the fact that like I feel Gambit have been having an awful day. Gambit is a good team. They've been having a really poor day so far. It happens to everyone, and
it's like when the tech demo crashes at CES, and you have to be like, no, trust me, this program's really good.
Yeah, that actually happened to us at CES when we tried out the well, whatever. Oh. Anyway, so what was I gonna say? Ooh, nice nade!
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. How many rounds did Gambit get on Mirage against FaCe?
I'm not sure if I wrote the score in my book.
3?
Because like it's less than 5. No. So let's say it's 3. They got 5. They got 5 on Nuke, and so Gambit have not been having fun.
Quick maths.
They're probably not going to be playing much CS directly after this match. I don't know. Either way, let's see if they can bring about a comeback. They have established a good setup, a good arsenal. They've even got an AK in there on Seized. And Godsent, it's up to them to somehow break this. They don't have perfect grenades, but just going fast into Pop Dog. And he's going to find one player. E-Box takes him down. Smoke to cover him as he pushes Connector. Re-smoke on the Connector, finds a player. Oh, that's savage from Twist. Bomb is going down. Gambit scrambling here to try to get something done. Unfortunately, they cannot attack the bomb plant. Twist is still sitting on it, happily.
Dozier and Mo. Ooh, there goes Mo. This may not be the one for Dozier, and it won't be. 16-9. Gambit handed their third L of the day. 0 for 3 at the moment, and that is not what they wanted. But again, Godsent just go from. I think Godsent are almost in a good situation where historically their reputation is so bad from previous rosters themselves that they can just keep taking people by surprise and maybe not being afforded the respect that these players are demanding right now.
It's totally true. I mean, everyone's already talked about the talent, but they continue to take wins like this. I mean, these are very legitimate. I think it's just following FaZe. It just feels like, oh, again, but like, oh, they're not going to win today. But in reality, this is a hard match to win, and Godsent were able to do it. So, also a good map for them.
Yeah. It's great to me because these Godsent players get to make this Godsent team theirs. Whereas before it always felt like, oh, who's going to get shuffled in now? Like, it's just like, it just didn't seem like...
Revolving door.
Yeah, and it didn't feel like people really put as much effort into the building something. Whereas this is, to me, a great foundation. And the headshot, like, there's so many headshots in this game from them. I felt like when they had AKs, it's just headshot after headshot. Either way, Freddy B's at the top there in damage, but the ADR generally quite high for Godsent.
So is the damage counter on the right-hand side.
It's big numbers over there.
I like big numbers. I like numbers that are big because I'm big. So that is 0-3 for Gambit. That's a win on the board for Godsent. We'll see if Godsent can go 2-0 and Gambit 0 for 4, or if Gambit will get any points out of today's action after the break. But before we go, I haven't even mentioned it today. ECS tickets for our finals, they are available. Wembley.csgoleague.com is where you can pick up some tickets. Get there, get to London, get some chicken, get some beer. Maybe both at the same time if you're lucky. Or maybe it's not lucky, who knows. Cobblestone is coming up after the break. Stay tuned, we'll be back shortly.